We've seen a lot of market moves off the back of this. We see a lot of green on the screen in Asia, for example. We have heard from Steven Mnuchin that he thinks we're still going to get a deal. But you know what? He was saying that before the weekend. How much confidence do you have that we're going to see something concrete coming out of the U.S. Congress soon?
Yeah, well, you might say he has to say that, doesn't he? But I think in this particular case, he's probably right. I think lawmakers can't continue to bicker forever. And the American people are now used to the idea there's going to be some sort of deal. And anybody who seems to be lying in front of it is probably going to get rolled over. So I think there will be a deal. I think what we have to really recognize is this is a huge amount of money. You know, $2.5 trillion is pretty well close to the GDP of the United Kingdom. You know, what's that, five or six largest economy in the world. So this is a very great deal of money about to be put into the economy in a way that nobody really knows how or how it's going to be distributed. It looks as if a lot of it is just going to be left in the economy. So if that's the case, then looking further into the future, there are going to be a lot of different things happening to what we have now.
This stimulus, though, likely to just be the tip of the iceberg, right? Because I note that you say the shutdown alone is going to cost the US economy something like $25 trillion. We know that there are banks out there that are suggesting Q2 growth will be down by between 20 to 30%. So if the first round, essentially, of stimulus has been this hard to get through, of course, Capitol Hill, I don't hold out much hope for what is going to transpire down the track when the US economy will need even more stimulus. What do you think?
Well, I don't know if the US economy will need more stimulus. You know, if you look at how the virus is progressing, and it was very, very interesting seeing Trump talk last night about, you know, this is probably a 15-day thing. And I think, you know, he's a businessman. He's going to get more and more itchy by the fact that there's no business going on. We saw exactly the same thing happen in China with Xi Jinping. After 3 weeks, he said, basically, right, that's enough. We're going back to work. And China is being very, very careful, of course, but they are going back to work. I think we're going to see that in the US. And when the markets appreciate that, that's the time when we're likely to see the bottom and move up. At the moment, we're still not entirely sure. But clearly, there's going to come a time at which policymakers are going to have to say, enough is enough. We can't do this much damage to a global economy. This is like World War level damage to the global economy and hope to get away with it for a virus that, at the end of the day, is not particularly fatal.